Hello, and welcome to another video. This video we're going to be doing Iron in Everfall. This is very close to the silver route that I normally do, which is part of why it's one of my favorites. We're getting 10% yield from the 250 strength, and we're also getting 19% yield from our pickaxe. We don't have any town buffs, so this should be relatively accurate for most players that are coming out here to get this. Feel free to use Proficiency Booster. I would definitely recommend it, especially if you want to get some silver afterwards. And also, don't do what I just did. Get the biggest node first, and then the two small ones. The biggest nodes have the longest respawn time. Iron and Star Metal are pretty much the same respawn time, which is 8 minutes to 10 minutes and 30 seconds. So I highly recommend always getting the big ones first. This will help you get through this consistently and not have to wait for node respawns like pretty much ever. There's extra nodes a little bit further past the fort, which should be technically south in game, and you can definitely grab those. That's not necessarily a route, but you can. It's a way you can definitely extend your path and probably get enough iron if you only need so much iron. You don't need like a ton that you need to constantly loop rotation. Sometimes that's all people need, and I definitely recommend at least trying it to see if anybody else is camping down there. Usually there are people camping down there, so I just don't even bother. This place is usually really good. Even in this path that I do, there are people doing the silver route at the same time that I'm doing this, so do keep in mind that there'll be some nodes missing, which does suck, but overall it's not the worst situation, right? So you'll go and grab the nodes that would be up here, but somebody has unfortunately grabbed them, and then you'll turn around and walk over here to get some more nodes. Those nodes are also gone. And then you'll go over to the other side, which I'm about to go to. These are the nodes that are usually taken if someone is doing the silver route. And unfortunately, they were taken. So that's about 9 nodes that I'm missing out on already. That's unfortunate. That's definitely a decent amount of iron. Maybe about 200 plus, maybe 300 if you're lucky. And we just continue on from here. There's a little lore page up here that you can definitely grab if you've not grabbed it before. It is a little bit out of the way. And if there's a war going on, I believe this area, it does get locked, so that's unfortunate, but the next update is going to make wars instance, so I think that means you'll no longer have an issue if you try to come over here. I don't think we'll get restricted area anymore. So this place could be still pretty good, even if there's a war, I think, after the update at least. Assuming that, you know, if they make them instance, that area is no longer restricted. That would be really cool. I would like that. And for the most part, you can definitely use like a bow or something that speeds yourself up, and you can totally extend again, as I said, by going south a little bit more to get some more nodes. Unfortunately, I couldn't fit it all on the little map that I'm putting in the top right hand corner because then it would be too big. There's a lot of iron. There's orichalcum node that you can hit. There's ironwood even that you can hit too. The ironwood is usually up, and it's usually the start of my ironwood route that I actually like to do. I usually start there and then I go into the route. But for the most part, it should be up. So if you if you need some ironwood, I would definitely recommend just grabbing it. You know, it'll extend your rotation just a little bit, so you can not have to worry about having to wait for any respawns. If at all, I feel like most of the time you won't be waiting. Or must be, yeah, man, English. It's really hard today. For the most part, you won't be worrying about, you know, waiting, because this is sped up 175%, and this was about an 8 to 9 minute run, I think. So that means when you're running back to start the loop again, that time of running back to start the loop again is probably enough to have every single node respawn just in time. So this pretty much makes it a tight loop from the get-go, which is perfect. And also, if you need silver, you'll be able to get the silver. You can immediately just go into the silver route and then do the iron route and then the silver, rinse, repeat, you know. And you'll be able to get a lot of iron and silver at the same time. And unfortunately, some of these nodes are gone again, but they do respawn for me as I'm trying to show you guys how to jump up here without having to go all the way around, which is pretty nice. But other than that, there's not much more to it. The Star Metal also has pretty much the same cooldown as Iron. So if the Star Metal is up, you're pretty much good to go to restart the lap. Other than that, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to leave a comment. I'm more than happy to help.